Also, hi, Kayla. You like my lollipop? Thanks. It looks pretty tasty.
Danganronpa.
Throwing me on the big TV? Hell yeah. Do-do-do-do. How's the levels? I feel like we're not Baja Blasting this time. Fina's sweating? Why? Because of the titties? Is that why you're sweating, Fina? Also, I want to thank whoever ordered the HelloFresh box. That means we are at 2. If we get to 5, I'll refund everyone's channel points and we'll play Getting Over It. Which is, oh, that's gonna be a game. But we'll do that. So consider it. Consider it. All right, chapter 6. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna look at all the garbage. Garbage day! There's so much garbage here, I can't believe this place is even still inhabitable. Okay, this is all the same dialogue. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Kyoko, can you open the door? Do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death? Damn, that's metal. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Dang! The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. What is... Yo! In the words of Fina, Sheesh. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey,
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
so...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't even heard of us. But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things. And to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing that it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There's something I want to say to him, though. She's gonna put a boot in his ass. She was gonna come here to flip him off, throw a chair through his window, and like knock over his filing cabinet. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him, face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work that I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative. And more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
there's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Fuck no! No. Good for you, girl. Good for you. Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Damn, Makoto. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back.
Whew.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now that we're back at Hope's Peak Academy, Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary, I was just returning the favor. That's how we got out of the garbage pit. I never would have imagined that's where this led. This is the trash room, the dump in other words. But to be honest, I don't think I've seen anyone throw anything away down here. Well, yeah, the person assigned to trash duty was killed so early. Like, Hifumi was on trash duty. And they didn't even let him do his job. Celeste was too busy doming him. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out? And I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until they find out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't.
Because
the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
so
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Okay, let's go. Let's go talk to Monokuma, because that seems like a great idea. That seems like a really great idea. Can we just leave? We have the key that opens every door. Can we use it on this door? Oh, the metal is there. Damn. I was hopeful. It would be dope if we could just leave. And that was one of the endings. Kyoko unlocks the front door, everybody walks out calmly, the end.
Well now.
Hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it!
But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko. Hi Billy, good to see you.
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that it matters to you, right? Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that, you must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. Is it normal to hear noise from your room? I don't know. Is there stuff going on in your room?
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did. Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such a bold claim without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what you said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making all of this up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have
then
to
I
do.
suggest you take my advice. So what's this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
Who just leveled up? Hey, are you trying to tickle me? Take a step back. Now to the right, and to the left, to the left.
Now twirl, honey, twirl.
And twirl, honey, twirl.
Skyrim shuffle.
Skyrim shuffle. If you
Vina!
can't do Skyrim shuffle, I can teach you. Teach you. Here's a tissue.
For your pants, 'cause you're wet.
For your pants, 'cause you're wet. For your pants, 'cause you're wet.
By the
Wet,
way,
wet.
gamer, I didn't forget that I promised. You're next. Now get drowned in bitties. And thank you for everything you do. Love, Fina Big Ska 1 Love Fina 2112 Claw.
Fina 2112 Claw. I am drowning in biddies! Ah! Chat, the only way to save me is to give me more biddies to float on. Ah! Also, Billy, how much to buy the used lollipop? Unfortunately, it's not used. I can't even get my mouth on it. Look. It. It's not even used. It's just unwrapped. Wish I'd drown in your titties instead. Sheesh. Sheesh. Damn. Anyway, this time we gotta follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial. Fina, thank you for the 2,000 biddies. I fucking love you. Oh, I gotta unmute the game.
Final battle between hope and despair.
One last showdown, one final battle between hope and despair.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Have a good lurk, Fina. A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity. Thomas!
Take my pitiful amount of biddies.
Thank you. I'm drowning. I need bits to float on. Thomas, thank you for the bits. Appreciate it. Billy, I have no idea what you should do. This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Yeah, you can... Billy, if your room is creepy and scary, hide under the covers, sleep on the couch, go to a friend's house, call a priest, an old priest and a young priest, a Reiki master, a shaman, and a spiritualist. Assault the entire perimeter. And then you wanna call Amy at the Dead Files. And she'll come through and she'll let you know whether you did it right, okay? Good luck.
Welcome.
Your dad sleeps on the couch? Well, unfortunately, you gotta sleep on your dad. You gotta sleep on your dad tonight. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to inform you. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Chat, tell me your bear jokes. I need to hear them. I need to hear your bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words.
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you an unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out? Or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mystery of the school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, and it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception for that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception. Then it's a part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro. It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why do you go quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad?
Whew.
He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. Despair of nuts!
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as he walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true.
whew,
Still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so,
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because,
It's all because of that one moment the mastermind let their guard down, I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so,
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what do you think? What did you think when you heard that? pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow, this mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other? They wanted to show the world?
it would seem
The mastermind has been really adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. Those regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous!
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto,
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
in other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, and then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yeah, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion?
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown any uneasiness, then it would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone?
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Right now, we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. We go check the dorms. Right. Actually, let's check the map. I feel like this will tell me where people are. Anybody in their room? Wait. I've only got... Oh, this is size. I was like, wait, I've only got 50% of the map? It's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's go say hey to people. Mondo's dead. Byakuya. Is he inside?
Hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Toko? Are you home? I don't think she's here.
hey,
Okay. Celeste is dead. Chihiro's dead. Awie's not dead yet. Is he in his room? Is she inside? No.
hey,
Sakura's dead. Leon's dead. Hero.
hey,
Okay. Fumi. Are they gonna be in her room? Because Byakuya did have the key. I didn't even think about that. Byakuya had the key to her room.
just a second.
Is there some reason you would need to search my room? Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay, they're not here. Are they on the second floor of the dorms? No. Okay, where are they? Oh, so it's just forbidden. It's nighttime though. Where are they? They're not in their rooms. They're not in here. I feel like the dining hall's closed at night, but maybe they're in there. And suddenly we were greeted with... Monokuma just keyboard smashed. You again. What's wrong with this Monokuma? Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. What the heck?
However,
Wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah. Oh, there they are!
Makoto?
Look how cute everyone is.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Yeah.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Throw the whole man away. Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
What's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that's seriously... I've been in the trash chute for days. And I haven't bathed. What do you want from me? It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo, shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up. They're standing so far away! Look how far they're standing! They really said you stink. I'm gonna stand as far as I can from you in this room.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in a extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you? Obi, wait, come... Obi, wait, come back! I can explain! Hi, Obi, it's good to see you.
It's true.
It's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. The last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. Call me Stinky? No, they were calling Makoto Stinky. Me. It was me that was Stinky! You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap, contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know.
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again. Later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone?
I hate you.
Who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But
Figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and the school's mysteries? It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial's different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? Here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why?
So, in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he would have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So, the mastermind would have to be one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now?
What?
You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
no way.
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that that's true yet? Monokuma might have just said that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Maybe. But still. Are we going straight into the trial? Are we going straight into the trial? Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, we got no time. Unless this is just nighttime. I might be jumping the gun. Monokuma might just be like, go to bed.
This is a school announcement.
Okay.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but
Okay.
at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
True ending mode. Huh. Thomas, be careful. Monokuma will fight you.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Okay, every room is unlocked.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Okay. I don't like that. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for Doc is done. We need to begin our investigation. Yo, Les, good to see you. We have to figure out every mystery or else Monokuma's gonna kill everybody. And he just unlocked all the doors, so it's time for walkies. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master! He didn't take me with him!
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream! Or the coffee! So we're just an empty cup? We're just an empty cup? I don't think I get the metaphor, Toko, but thanks, I guess. Oh, we're totally useless. Okay, I see. I mean, the cup has other uses, but go off, girl. And with that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. You're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself, too.
just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Put a 1 in chat if you think this guy will use any spirit power to do literally anything. Put a 2 in chat if you think he's just gonna go get high in his bedroom. I'll start. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But...
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
Because, I mean...
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say.
But...
Still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. Once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed. So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're gonna do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We could visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. And with that, Kyoko was gone. Leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the bio lab, the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Oh, good, we have a list. Oh, you know, chat, I have to level with you here. When the dialogue box changed and there was more on the second page, my immediate thought was, I'm not gonna remember any of this. So I'm glad. I'm glad that Makoto makes lists. Because I needed that. Okay, I needed that. Okay, so there's one on the 5th floor, 2 on the 4th floor, the 2nd floor dorms, and then the garden and dojo. Those are both on the 5th floor. So I think I want to start on the lower levels and work my way up, which means 2nd floor dorms is going to be our first stop. Which is this way. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms? Bruh! It looks like a battlefield up here. What the fuck? Looks like some ancient ruins. I don't know about ancient. It just looks fucked up. More like a battlefield! Yo! I called it. Like a bomb blew up in here or something. Oh, there's a lot of stuff to look at in here. We've got one bedroom, a set of bathrooms, and then some other stuff to look at. So I want to go here to this door that is very obviously something to look at. Oh, it's a thrashed bedroom. Oh, there's blood. Bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. What about the blood stain, dude? I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. No, where's the other thing? Oh, that's just the... It's just the way out. Okay, so that was nothing. Great, love that. These are bathrooms? Girls' bathroom. He's not gonna go in there. Nothing in here. Okay. What's this room? Wait. Why is there a giraffe on here? This room is filled with lockers. Must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before us must have used these lockers. Oh, there's so many things to look at. Let's get to it. Metal plate mounted to the locker. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. What about this one? Wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. This must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and I ran it across the card reader. And then... no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it. Which means none of us can do it. Okay, so is it going to be the same thing? Okay. I feel like all of these are going to be the same thing. Like, you're not going to be able to open the locker. Yeah. Okay, well, we've got a locker room. That is something. And then we have whatever this is. A bar? Oh, the headmaster's room. This room doesn't feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Alright, girl. What's your regret? Tell me. Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. There's a PC on this desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair?
However...
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. The group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people, whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete kitty-giddy failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. Yo, look at that! The ultimate despair is 5 people? Okay. Oh, it's like all over here. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. Must have been the headmaster's. Okay, so we've got 3 points of interest plus Kyoko plus the exit. Is there anything on the roof? No, she's just in here. Okay. I don't think I'm done. What am I supposed to see? PC on the desk must belong to the headmaster.
It would seem... In other words... However...
That's all. Okay. Can I leave? Oh, there's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake? Or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, and it's not just any normal gap. I can feel the breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password, and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not really nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hadn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password? Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well?
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. I'm gonna put your name in the computer. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, it might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. Collected myself and turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Bazinga! What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked!
Why?
Kyoko. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not have even been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Well, the first thing that caught my attention was this picture, honestly. I'd better check out that suspicious oh my god, I want to look at the picture! There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it's what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... It's all her fan fiction! I know, Obi. Wow. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. What was in the box was bones! Just a box of bones. Hell yeah. There's her dad. I found him. I found him right here. The greatest gift to anyone is is the gift of bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box? My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. How'd she recognize him? Kyoko, how did you recognize him? How? It's just bones. It's... Chad, am I tripping? It's just bones. Do you recognize people's bones? Very specific bone structure? Oh, that's fair, Earl. That's fair. Also, hi. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for. Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him? Yeah, that's definitely not a full skeleton. We're missing a pelvis and ribs at least.
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. That same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster's a man in his late 30s. Seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words...
Most likely, my father was in this school, but that he's also dead. It's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or, no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point, she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing that it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present. Damn. This picture. Oh, it's all faded. It must be pretty old. Look at baby Kyoko. Look at her. It's fucking cute. What's this a picture of? Hey, Kyoko. This is me when I was cute. I hate it. Kyoko, probably.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? And I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? I'm sure there's someone out there that's worse. You know? I'm sure there's someone out there that's worse than this, Kyoko. You know? It's not hard to find bad dads in this economy. Kyoko. Photo of Kyoko and a headmaster has been added to the Truth Bullets section of the handbook. Alex Jones? They put chemicals in the water to make all the dads bad? Fuck. How do we undo the bad dad juice in the swamp? How? You know? The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay, then if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Is this... It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what this is. I think you're probably right.
It would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But, Kyoko... I don't need it. And if you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. And I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay?
Hey.
Listen, Makoto? Huh. Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more. But...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry. I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. Girl, that's valid. You know, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But Maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, that's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. And I'll see you later. Damn. Is she really okay? No, dude, she's not okay. Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind that planned this all out. And according to the files, the headmaster's a man in his late 30s. Seems possible, even likely, he's somewhere in the school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... It's one of us. I'm just gonna skip this part again, because I've already read this 3 times. 15 of us met in that mail hall. Add Mukuro to the list, and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Okay, can I leave this room? Thank you, I'm free! But now that I have a... you know, a data pad, maybe we can get into these locked lockers. Right? We've got a few of them to test. Let's start with this one. I wonder if I can open this locker. So does that mean... let's give it a try. Can I use your... oh my god. Wait, what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Let's give it another try. You're assuming bullshit's gonna happen? Yeah. Always does. Alright, just what I was hoping for. Let's see what we've got inside. The locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. It's a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, Aren't those used for telling fortunes? Allie! Hi. Allie, what were you up to? Disco! Ooh. That's some good shit right there. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for bringing your folks over. Folks who don't know me, hi, hello. I'm Big Scared. I'm a queer variety caster here on Twitch. I play a lot of scare games. Today we're on the last chapter of Danganronpa. But we're like not very far into it. We're exploring. We're trying to figure out who done it. And if we get it wrong, everybody dies. No big deal. Allie, how was your stream? It's good to see you. Okay. Let's keep looking. It's just a coincidence, right? There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. I'm trying to act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw, but the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. This is Yasuhiro's stuff. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. This is our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. Which would mean he attended classes here. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Locker notebook has been added. Okay. So Hiro took classes here. That's kind of sus. Hi. Okay, what's this one? What's inside? Nothing new. That might be a clue. What's this one? Practically empty, except for this. Just one thing. Some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there. Words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. So that's Kyoko's. But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko, it couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Despair of nuts! It's a weird variation of a eugenics project. Obi, you might be onto something here. Like, if we put 16 of the best of our best, right, in an environment where we segregate them from the rest of the population and force them to live there for the rest of their lives, right? The assumption is that they're going to breed and multiply and that their kids are going to be good, right? And the assumption is not that they're going to be wildly inbred within 3 generations, right? I hate that. The more I see, the less sense it makes. Because of these lockers. I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Hi, Soul of Lost Neon. Nice to meet you. This is more fucked than... Yeah. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. And this is the last chapter, so I expect there to be at least a dozen twists and turns along the way. Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro? A pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko? There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Okay, what's in this one? Nothing. What's in this one? Oh, it's broken. Can I get in this one? Nothing. Can I get in this one? Okay, I think I found everything of note in this locker room. Alright, well, we've checked out the second floor. Our next stop is the... Oh, there's still more to do in there. Or maybe that's just the indicator of where I should be looking. 4th floor. Let's go to the data center.
Hey, Makoto.
Are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But...
Although, I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean...
Because it might explode, right? That'd really suck. So, you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. I respect that. I respect that a lot, honestly. So I guess I'll open it. Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Girl. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. A cockpit? This looks like a cockpit to me. This looks like a cockpit to me. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Alright, 3 things to look at. What is this device? Looks like some kind of control panel? It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? If only he would probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room is a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. And could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Yo, chat, hold on. Hold. What if the reason why all the windows have plates over them is because we're in fucking space and they launched us and now we're just out here and Monokuma's been driving. Space! Hold on. Space! You already know? Good. Don't spoil it. Hold on. You can't just or whatever something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one, the button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. I'm not done looking around, Hina. I want to look at this. Pushing the button here made a sound in the other room. Okay. There's just gonna be a Monokuma standing here. Watch. Did I just hear what I think I heard? I summoned a bear. I summoned a bear. Hello, bestie. Is that Monokuma? Hey, buddy, you good? Hey. Give me all your donuts. Is that you, Hina?
What?
Aw, man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Aw, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside, are where we control Monokuma from. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now? It was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma? For real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words...
Hey.
Maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Which is worse? This, Cocaine Bear, or the new Winnie the Pooh? Quantify worse, Obi. What do you mean? When you say worse? In terms of bears to summon. Do you mean, like, which one would I least like to be in an elevator with? Do you mean which one would I least like to know in general? Which one would I least like to see in my bathroom? What do you mean? Because if we're talking about, like, random encounters with a bear that is a one-time thing, the worst one is probably Cocaine Bear. Elevator bathroom thing just appearing out of nowhere, Cocaine Bear. Absolutely Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear will murder me without thinking about it, and it will devour me in a drug-fueled rage. Monokuma will probably just razz me a few times, and if I don't do anything too... like, you know, if I don't, like, kick him in the face, he's not gonna do anything to me. It's fine. And Winnie the Pooh, I can just ignore. Paddington, though? I don't think I can ignore that bear. Kyoko's theory was right. But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true... Anyways, this is the same thing we're gonna have to read again. Then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Okay. What about you? Is everything okay?
I mean...
Well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible. But I really hope it's not true. So, like... You want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all of our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. This is my first playthrough. Don't backseat me. No spoilers. This is your warning. Okay? It's part of the channel rules. What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry up and get out of here. Also, I can't even do anything with this, so... As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door, it just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked. But why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. And that room,
Yep.
as you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room?
Yes, indeed.
Correctamundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there, and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? Monokuma, I did. I did check the hatch. You wouldn't let me do anything with it. No way. The hatch on the floor? Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace! He's gone, but... Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then, when I said we should leave... Well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. There's one thing I'm good at. It's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you've got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at a full sprint. And I have to do what I can, too. That's the only way forward. Okay. We did the data center. Let's go for the headmaster's room. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. I'm gonna talk to him last.
Come on.
Oh. Hey, Makoto.
Not
Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you?
such ignorance.
When we get out of here, remember this moment. Oh my god. You don't want to talk to me most of the time. You came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Is it gonna be despair of balls? What do you mean something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class 78 student registry. It contains profiles for all of us. And Mukuro.
So, in other words...
Apparently, class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room...
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers.
In other words...
There can be no doubt. Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So, in other words...
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself.
Interesting.
I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats, close, but just out of reach. She's cute! Look at her! I'm sad that we didn't get to meet her. I'm sad. The entity, known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior, too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. She's cool? Okay, I trust you on that. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students, after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They wouldn't have had to take her completely by surprise. Oh, they would have had to take her. I don't know why my brain shorted out there. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was. Maybe she was a liability, that's, you know? Maybe we didn't see her face. Maybe she's a lie. We don't know.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class 78. She's cute! I want to hold her hand and tell her she's cute. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and even lists her vitals. 31, 22. Those aren't her vitals. Those are her measurements. Byakuya out here looking at the titty size. and the hips to waist ratio. What do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
No.
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean? Wait, is he trying to say there's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Yeah, the hair is very different. That doesn't look like Mukuro's hair. Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Okay, we got our profile. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I just suggest you pay attention. Did someone pull a body swap? It's possible. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Alright. There's a surveillance camera. Okay, profiles on me and everyone I met at the beginning and Mukuro. Just like us, Mukuro was apparently a new student here. Part of the ultimate despair, which means her and the mastermind should have been allies. But then why would the mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Wait, is this the sword? There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. That looks like the sword that Sayaka used to try and kill Leon. That looks like it right there. Well, I guess we're done in here. Do 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 do. Let's look in the dojo first and talk to Toko. Talk to Toko in the dojo. Oh, Toko. So this is where you were.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything. Not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? There wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give me back my precious time. Fuck! That's a relatable move. Y'all ever spend time doing something that you wholly regret when you're done? I recently watched a movie. Well, yeah, movie is the accurate word. Film is not an accurate word. It is a movie. And it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, and it was called Old. And I want my time back. You hear me, M. Night Shyamalan? I want my 2 hours back. Come Toko?
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless. Good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna look at these trees while I'm here. Cherry tree in full bloom. Very nice. I can totally imagine Sakura out here using this to train. Okay, well, let's leave. There ain't nothing in there. Okay, so we've looked in the dojo. Garden. Let's look in the bio lab. Raw. Oh, it's frozen. Well, here I am in the bio lab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Probably to preserve a body. Those look like the type of freezers you see at like a morgue. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, Oop, wrong button. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. It's so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. Yeah, why is it so cold? There's some kind of weird machine or something. Oh, I've seen this kind of thing in a horror movie. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Okay. There's some kind of machine. Only some of the lights are on, the ones on the left. The right-hand lights are off. Okay. Surprised the surveillance camera can work with how cold it is in here. Hey kids, you wanna see a dead body? Icicles hanging from the monitor, damn. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It's like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver, and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anybody can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. This is some kind of makeshift morgue. Yeah, all your cadaver needs. And about those lights by each slot, it looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, a blue light comes on, which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is. So this is where all the bodies have ended up. I can't let my emotions take control right now. The only thing I can do for everyone who's dead, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9? Plus 6 is 15. That does track. The math is good on this. Can I open it up? I want to open it up and say hey to my friends, to my homies. Well, I guess it's forbidden. Forbidden. Let's go look at the body, assuming it's still here. Which, if it's still here, it's probably a little gross. Like, high key, if it's still here. Yeah, it gives a whole new meaning to chillin' with the homies. Huh? It's gone. Oh no, the plant must have eaten it. The plant probably ate it, huh? Mukuro's body. It's not here. Okay, but how many chickens do we have? Exactly 4 chickens. Okay, there's still just the 4 left. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Are you in here? The Monokuma flower. Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Well, I don't think it's related to the case, so I'd better keep my distance. Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. I'd better check, just to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not in here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. The tarp played a key role in the other case, so I'd better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says Biolab. Then this originally came from the Biolab. Meaning that that corpse was on ice when it was brought out here. How long was that body dead? That's all I really needed to check here. Okay then.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely?
Sure.
Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
Okay, hit me with it.
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
Okay. Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Hero. Hey, Hero. Makoto. Why'd you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hero, wait! There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hero. It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? I doubt it. I really doubt it. That dude's head is empty. Nice.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope. It's for me. This must be it. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Look at this photograph! It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. Everyone's there except for Makoto. We got Celeste, we got Mondo, we got Leon, we got Sayaka. I guess Mukuro's there too. Haru, Sakura, Fumi. Taro, Junko, Kyoko, Toko, Chihiro, Aoi, and yeah, everyone's there. He might have been the one taking the picture. Unless he's standing behind Sakura. It was everyone who'd come to Host Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, we looked at that file. Mukuro Ikusaba. And this girl is... Gay people incoming? Oh my god.
Gay people incoming.
Watch out for mukbang Ikaruba. Beep. Hi, hello. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for bringing the homies through. How was the rest of your LD ring? Did you and Danny do the thing? I don't know what thing you were doing, but did you and Danny get Radan his battle pass for his bar mitzvah? Did he get the battle pass yet? We did, but somehow it fucked up Sellen's quest line. So here's the thing about that, Beep. You did not fuck it up because of the multiplayer thing. there's other stuff going on with that. But I'm so glad that he got his battle pass. I'm so glad. Also, let me say hey to everyone. Hi, hello. I see San, the 16th student. Watch out for her mukbang. Dang. I see Emma. You like my lolly? Thank you. Thank you. I see Grems. Hi, hello. Everyone else, hi, hello. Welcome in. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Big Scared. I'm a queer variety caster here on Twitch. I play a lot of scary games, obviously. And today we're on chapter 6 of Danganronpa, where we just found this photo, right? We just found this photo. And we're trying to make sense of it. You have important news. TTS is very okay with feminine anatomical terms. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Sam. I love that. I love that for all of us. Let me guess. Was the phrase that you TTS'd, check out these honkin' bazonka honka-rinkin' honka-dunka-doos. Check out these bazonkas. Check out this Tatarino. No, you said clit a lot? Damn. Good for you. Good for you. I'm very pleased with that knowledge. Selling gives you the most sensitive part of her? Oh. Oh. Yeah, check out these massive milk-drinking bazongarinos. But yeah, milk drinker Itadakimasu is here. And, she might be dead. I can't say for certain that she is. But we're here. Your sides are in orbit? Grems, is it because they witnessed the honkin' hootenanny gazongas? I don't know. I'm running out of nonsense. Murkrow Itadakimasu, yes, the 16th student. Watch out for her. Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? Honey Nut Gobblonkas, yes. Yes. Gravity welling titties, damn. Can you imagine? Okay, chat, hold on. Hold. I need you to look me in my eyes while we have this conversation. Can you imagine if someone had a set of Ronkin bazonkas that were so powerful that they had gravity magic, right? And you just start like the way that people get the tassels spinning. What if they just get the whole thing spinning and the gravity just starts welling you in, and then all of a sudden you're trapped in these bazonkas? Anyways, we're here now. We're here now. Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. Yeah, Junko would never let anyone put their arm in front of her face. That's something I can say with pretty certain, you know, a pretty certain sense right there. She's a model. She would never. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else, was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture. But what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture is real, then could that mean... Could it be... It's not Junko. Who is it? Makoto and Drag? Please. It could never. And don't tell me if you know what's going on. Don't. Just don't. Everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're getting in the way standing there, you know? So, I mean, get out. But, I told you, I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. What did you just call me? Chat, what's Monokuma trying to say? Wrong answers only. Wrong answers only. I think he is asking me for uppies. Steppies? So close. So close. Bugged out? That's fair. That's totally fair. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Okay, we've got a group photo. May or may not be real. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym, dejected. So how does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looked so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me? Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Okay. That butt rock, man. I'm assuming they went back to the dining hall. I don't know where else they would be. Yeah, Sam, totally right. Cat Jam. Oh, Owie's here. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto? Sorry, gotta go. What? She ran off so fast, I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Yuna. Why? Why won't you talk to me? Makoto, you still haven't taken a shower. You smell like shit, dude. You did not bathe. You smell like garbage. Ah. Yeah, this soundtrack is a banger. Alright, where is everybody? This was one destination. So if that's not it, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Okay. Byakuya. Don't run away. Oh, right? You're in here? Okay. Bestie. Hey. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Damn! Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Remember, this is Dom's man? Listen. Beep. You're forgetting that me and Dom are handshaking about this man. Oh. Hey, Byakuya, wait. But of course he didn't. He just walked away. Listen, Beep, I don't know if you were here for it, but at some point during Chapter 5, I spent some time with Byakuya, and he was an asshole like normal. But I gave him the Emperor's Thong as a gift. You know, the one for people with a great buttocks. I gave him that gift, and he liked it. He liked it, and he had good things to say about it. And the next time he saw me, he was happy to see me. So, he's fine, I guess. Is what I'm trying to say. He's fine. You've seen 4 people giving him it? Yeah, he loves that shit, apparently. Why was he acting like that? He's gotta go pick his thong out, okay? He's purposefully trying to avoid me. Okay, so I get the feeling everyone's gonna avoid me, and I just need to find them. We're playing hide and seek with the homies right now. Prediction, this dude's gonna be like, ugh, and run away, like he always does. Hey, hero. Makoto! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, No! Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hero, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I'd found. It was like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. Makoto, you smell! You didn't take a bath. You still smell. Goober? Why? You stinky. You a stinky boy. No one wants to hang out with you because he's stinky. I decided to visit the biolab one more time. And the first thing I saw when I got there... Yo! Oh, she just passed out again. Okay, it's fine. Toko? Oh, she got into... She got into the bodies. Toko, are you okay? No. She's not dead, is she? Hey, girl. I missed you. It's been a while. Whoa. It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold I think I might catch cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What, I was asleep? Ah, I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me getting all excited, weren't you? Sure. No, I wasn't.
Have you reached that certain age?
Then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Toko, I have never once been horny for you in my life, and I don't think that's gonna start today. What's going on? I, you know, she's just horny. Emo! Fucking emo! It's so good. Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now, so what did you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! Chat. 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 Bingo bazinga. Bingo bazinga. Let me say it in like bingo bazinga. It's so cursed. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half. But go off, Queen. All I want to know right now is where's my little darling? Tell me now or I slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya's around somewhere, doing his own investigating.
Yes, yes.
By himself? I assume so.
Oh, I'm on fire.
I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Did Toko know he likes to wear thongs? Because if so, good for her. You know? Good for her. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Toko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. Ah, I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. I don't know, maybe the body? The fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was in here. That must be why she passed out. Oh, hey, girl.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko, are you talking shit? About the serial killer? I don't know if that's the play, girl. I don't know if that's a play. Kyoko.
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
About this room. Oh yeah, it's a morgue. Yeah.
I knew.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and, well, there you have it. You knew she fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why has everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway...
We should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. How come? Because Mukuro's body is in here. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm gonna find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there? That's it? Wait over where? I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh, why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own, without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it. I can't look inside. Okay, well, where do you want me to stand? Over here? I've already looked through the instruction manual. More importantly... You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this before. It's the same one I found in the garden tool shed. If I remember, that tarp had a stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Okay. Well, are you done with your investigation? No, she's not. She's just gonna say the same thing.
Because...
Okay, I can't leave with things the way... Okay. I don't know what you want from me. Oh, should I look at these ones? On the left side of the refrigerator, a bunch of blue lights are on. These ones aren't. It seems the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on? Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights? It should be 10. It should be 10. If Mukuro is in there, and there's 16 students, and 6 are alive, I'm not a math gay, but this doesn't math. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Yeah, or a body is in the wrong place or something. Right? Like, I don't know.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. Butter, remember? Yeah, I don't know. Did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood. It seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? And what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because...
all the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
but that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
but what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What if she was killed before she even got there? She was never in the room. She might have been dead the whole time.
At the very least.
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words...
they envision those possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Kyoko, I already forgot what you said.
Hey.
If there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So...
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba's profile's updated. Hell yeah. Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then...
then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad, leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad. Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that. It's really quite appealing. But she could have abandoned me. But she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
so then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Ah, hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now... Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
what?
Go ahead then. Out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What?
What?
So,
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
indeed.
I do, yes. To get into any of the lockers, you'd need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook. And after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto,
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I am afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers, right now. I need to confirm what you said with my own two eyes. Oh, let me get you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto,
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD? And it says Class 78 Urgent Interviews.
so...
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD.
Makoto,
And now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble?
in other words...
So, as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life, and all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So that's it for my rambling. There's still so much to do before I consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. It's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose. Okay. AV room, let's go. Alright, can I watch the DVD? This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. Must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka. Took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long. And there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much.
Okay.
Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school? I accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up until now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with friends again. She wanted that so bad. She tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. It's gonna be me. I knew it! Hi, it's me. It's me, ya boy, Makoto. Back at it again, with the no memory. What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me. I'll keep you safe, hate to tell you, bro, but you're not good at your job. Yeah, not good at the job at all.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation. Yes.
Why did he yes. Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point?
Yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into the situation, right? And then like the record scratch with the like ba 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 da ba da ba kind of music. 10 out of 10.
Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes. This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. There's Byakuya, Toko, Hina, everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in the school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. The heck just happened? You fucker. Looks like it broke. Out of service. Just so happened to break just now? You had nothing to do. You had nothing to do with this, Monokuma? Nothing? Because I don't believe you.
Too bad.
Now, then, when, doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Monokuma, I need you to just get fucked. Failure my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question, they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh. And as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. What would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or...
For anything that had to start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start.
That's deep, Monokuma.
There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end.
Damn, did you write that for TikTok? That's deep.
Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning.
I don't like the way he said that.
Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial.
We're here.
Everyone gather once again at you know where.
It's trial time. Already. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto.
You're early, Makoto.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now, at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said. The Byakuyashi has arrived! Byakuya. Byakuya. They arrived, one after another. But they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hero. Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first-class trial. And then there's Genocide Jack.
So I appear. Genocide!
I'm late!
Oh, I'm on fire!
Strong, silent master, so wonderful, so cool, so hot my loins are ablaze. Chat, I'm mad that I read that. Anyways.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors!
With my scissor-sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If that's what Master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Let's go, Toko! Unbiased, moderately problematic icon and legend. She will kill everyone equally, and I'm so happy for her. Oh. Oh. Well. There goes all hope that I had that this trial was gonna be funny. And Toko's back, and it's not Jack anymore. No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. You and me both, Kyoko. I wanted Jack to be here. I wanted to hang out with Jack some more. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills!
The final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair. Climaximum sorrow. Climaximum sorrow. Kyoko, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Truly.
That's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial. And this time it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know? If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white.
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope. Why? Why? That's it. That's all. That's the whole question. Just why?
Stop talking.
Enough with your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey.
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
However.
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
However.
Well, you can tell us about it soon. At the crash trial. You're right. I'm ready.
So...
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I started making my way toward the opening.
Welcome.
Step after step toward that gaping maw. Thank you for the follow. I resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body. And finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper it fell. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Oh, we're going for a brutalist trial this time. I see. Monokuma, I do not like what you've done with the place. It was a lot before, but now it's just boring. Now you look like every public building in the Pacific Northwest. This is unacceptable and boring prison couture. Okay? I need you to step your pussy up. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? Nah. It's the long-awaited last stage. The always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Well then, let's begin. Yeah, we're saving. Okay, folks, I have a very direct question. I do not want spoilers, but is this trial longer than the previous ones? A yes or no is fine. Yes? San, is this like a 6-hour trial? It's hella long? Okay, we're gonna save this trial for next week. Because if it were only like 2 hours, like if it's shorter than the other ones, we could probably blast through it today. But since you can probably tell that my voice is a little crunchy, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to hurt myself. Because I'm curious when we can just be like, you know what, next week we just finish this, you know? It's hella long? Okay. Just like it's hella less. But I think we're gonna table this for next week. So, the plan. Next Sunday, we're gonna finish this game. And then, instead of jumping directly into Danganronpa 2, between Danganronpas, I'm gonna play an Ace Attorney. So, on Sundays, when we're done with Danganronpa 1, we will play Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright number 1. And then when we're done with Phoenix Wright, we'll come back to Danganronpa and we'll play Killing Harmony. And then we'll do Ace Attorney number 2. And then when we're done with Ace Attorney 2, we'll do V3. And that's like every Sunday for the rest of the year, okay? And there's the content. Aside from visual novels, Thursdays are for Death Stranding. And we're on chapter 9? 10? We are making good progress on that now. So when we're done with that, we'll swap it out for something else. I don't know what yet. I'm debating between Cyberpunk and Ghostwire Tokyo. And then Wednesdays and Saturdays are our free-for-all days. We just sort of do whatever. So I don't know what we're doing this upcoming Wednesday, but we'll be doing something this upcoming Wednesday. And I hope to see you all there. But for now, I'm gonna go over here. And we're gonna leave this beautiful music playing while we find somebody to raid. Thank you all for being here with me.